This looks like we have a dash cam shot. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. It's a comedian, Greg Warren, a man with gorgeous blue eyes. And this is called the Warren Report.
Hey, Greggy.
And behind him, he usually has a picture of someone named Warren. Is that...
Who is that?
Is that Diane Warren?
Diane Warren, I think.
The songwriter?
No, that's actually Jennifer Warnes.
Warren's?
Oh, yeah. She had a couple hits.
She
had 3.
Yes, Greg, but what did the New York Times say about her work? Because they say Olivia Rodrigo is just the unbelievable.
Last year.
The most amazing.
Voice of a generation, Greg.
Crack open.
She had a couple of duets with Joe Cocker. Love Lift Us Up.
Great song.
Yep.
Great
I Had the Time of My Life with
Dirty
Bill
Dancing.
Medley.
That was huge.
Great song.
Yep.
She does not look like she has the time of her life ever, but go ahead.
Looks a little
That's what you're saying. Jennifer Warren's a lot of fun.
Looks like someone I could have been married to, actually. I don't know if I like that at all. Take that picture down.
But this is called the Warren Report.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to name it after something joyful, like the incredibly sad story of, but not Warren's. But are you running? I guess the point is, are you running out of people named Warren?
Well, I mean, it's getting a little slim.
How about How about next week, Warren Spahn?
Who the hell is that?
It was a
pitcher.
pitcher for the what was it? The Braves, Milwaukee Braves. They used to say spawn and sane and pray for rain because they only had two.
Tom, that's a good idea. I'm going to see if I can get.
And his kids, of course, were the spawn of Spawn.
That's right.
That's right, Tom.
Which sounds like a superhero's nemesis. So we'll look forward to Warren Spahn next week.
Well, it takes a while to get these pictures.
You know, Greg, it was only a matter of time before Tom started telling you.
Yep.
What
I know, man.
Yeah,
sorry.
Pretty soon he'll be writing your scripts for you.
What's today's topic?
Today's topic is the history of the potato chip.
I love this. Never had one.
The story takes place.
Does anyone like would anyone like to guess Tom Griswold's favorite brand and flavor of potato chip?
I know this.
I know it as well.
I know.
It's so, it's very, very, very
classic Lay's, I'd imagine.
Classic Lay's.
Yeah, with added salt.
And he likes to salt them. That's right.
Those are
delicious.
delicious.
You know, Chick, do you know who did the first commercial for Lay's?
I do.
I do, and I can't remember the guy's name. Daggone it.
Bert Lahr.
Bert Lahr, that's right.
You want to take this, Pat? Bert Lahr did the first commercials for Lay's potato chip.
Pat, can you do a Bert Lahr impression?
Yes.
Talk me out of it.
Pat, do Bet You Can't Eat One as Bert Lahr.
Bet you can't eat just one.
that was the commercial.
Pretty much.
A lot of these potato chip companies sort of make light of overeating. It's a bet you can't eat just one. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Oh, Pringles.
Jay's was can't stop eating them. The less popular, we're going to give you type 2 diabetes and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Oh, yeah, that was a bold campaign.
Somebody protested, you know.
So the story takes place in Saratoga Springs, New York. That's just about an hour or so outside of New York City, near Albany. In 1853, there are 2 central characters. George Crumb. George was a cook at a place called Moon's Lake House. And Cornelius Vanderbilt. Now, he was, of course, a railroad and shipping mogul. Mm-hmm. His family, descendants are Gloria Vanderbilt, Anderson Cooper, Timothy Oliphant. And his nickname was the Commodore.
Oh, that's a good nickname.
Yeah, it's a great nickname. Several years later, he teamed up with Lionel Richie, Mylan Williams, Thomas McClary, and Ronald LaPree to form one of the greatest American folk
Are you sure
bands.
about that?
The Vanderbilts.
Where's Walter Orange?
The Commodores.
Where's Walter Orange? Do your research. Walter Orange is in the Commodores.
Well, I wanted to leave some. I got it. Writing that down.
So I'm confused. Cornelius Vanderbilt invented the potato chip? I thought
No, what happened, again, this is the story, Tom. Cornelius Vanderbilt was eating at Moon's Lake House, and he ordered some French fries. And they brought him steak fries, and he was like, no, make them thinner. I'm rich. I'm the Commodore. Make them thinner. So he sends them back, and Crumb is like, okay. So he cuts some new fries and fries them up, sends them out. And Vanderbilt is like, nope, thinner. At this point, Crumb gets angry and is like, I'll show this guy.
Yeah.
And he slices the thinnest slice of potato he can slice, throws them in oil to try to make them as hard as he can, and oversalts them, sends them out, and Vanderbilt's like, yep, these are good.
I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that I hate steak fries, as Bob put it many years ago. Too much potato.
Sure.
Yeah, I disagree. I think they absolutely have their place.
Yes, in the waste
I
basket.
do too, Josh.
I guess Mr. Vanderbilt and I win.
All right.
You and Vandy have a lot in common.
Yeah. I would think you and the Commodore would have long, wistful conversations.
Maybe I should.
Remember when we used to own people?
Hell yeah.
I should switch. Get one of those. Remember how toward the end of his life, Hugh Hefner always wore the Commodore cap.
It wasn't.
What's
it was
a Commodore
It was
cap?
a captain's hat. It wasn't necessarily a Commodore.
He promoted himself.
A couple more things about George Crumb. His real name was George Speck. There are two theories as to why he was called George Crumb. The first is his father was a horse jockey, and his horse jockey name was Crumb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know horse jockeys had stage names where it's like,
Oh, yeah.
hey, Willie, how you doing? I told you, Fred, down here on the track, it's the lightning rod.
Lightning. I'm sorry, man.
Yes, the lightning rod.
Yeah.
All right, the lightning rod. And then the other theory, and this is very Tom Griswoldian, they said Vanderbilt just couldn't think of his name, so he called him Crumb, and Crumb was like, all right, I'll just be Crumb.
That's how Chick was named. I can tell you that. All right, I'm Chick. Yeah, that's fine.
So here's the thing about all this stuff is none of it is probably true. None of it is probably true. This is the pervasive theory, but with some research, Vanderbilt was not in Saratoga Springs in 1853. He was in Europe that summer with his family.
Yeah.
And Crumb, in his obituary, they don't mention anything about potato chips. He was a celebrity. He was probably the first celebrity chef. He was known for making a really good brook trout and woodcock.
I love a fine.
And he you see the picture. He's got those frosted tips on his hair.
Oh, yeah. He was the first to do that.
Wears his sunglasses.
Oh, yeah,
Wears his sunglasses backwards in his neck. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, really cool guy, too, huh?
Christy, when was the last time you had a nice helping of woodcock? Wrap your mouth around one of those.
Yeah,
huh?
wrap your mouth
Sorry
around
about
some
that.
woodcock.
I could say something
Sorry,
right
Christy.
now that would be.
Yeah, you're
Splinters.
not aware of the.
Yeah, you're not
name
aware of my
the-
history.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
That's a little closer to home than you think.
I see.
So who did invent the potato chips? There's a lot of competing.
We're
theories.
just glad it got invented. Thanks, Greg. You know,
Now, Greg.
That was the Warren Report.
Now, Greg, do you have the part coming up in your report about how this all ended up in court?
oh my Lord. Do you hear what he's doing now, Greg?
Oh, he's
producing.
Is he
now.
taking over my report?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
When Pringles came out,
Oh, that.
a court ruled they cannot be called potato chips.
Yes, and it's hard for me to talk about this, Tom. There's probably some legal ramifications. As you know, I did sell Pringles.
That's
for
right.
10
Right.
years.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
In 1975, the the FDA ruled that they had to be called like something made with parts of potato or
Extruded.
something. It's an extrusion. It's an
Right.
extrusion process.
Sure.
We borrowed some of the technology from Charmin. Which we also made.
Okay.
We did.
I'm sorry, isn't that I'm sorry, Greg. Isn't that toilet paper,
Yeah.
Greg? Charmin.
It is, chick.
Okay.
It is. Yeah.
So now you're saying Pringles are like toilet paper?
No, see,
Not
no,
at all. Not at all.
I
That's
see.
exactly what Greg was trying to avoid.
Yeah, it's just, see, guys, you're acting like children. Okay?
Did you expect something
Once again?
more?
Now, no, because I think a court ruled that they found out the origin of the potato chip, and they say there's a specific recipe and Pringles is something different. I'm a big fan.
Right, that's why they have to call them crisps.
Yep, that's
They have to call them potato chips made from dried potatoes, which is too long, so they call them crisps.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're wonderful.
And
They're
they're
delicious.
fantastic. They're fantastic. I sold them for 10 years. I was part of some pretty big stuff over there.
Oh, yeah.
One particular failure was I helped introduce fat-free Pringles with Olestra.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember. I remember
Thanks
the
to
ads.
company.
Remember,
Speaking of toilet paper.
do you remember the phrase they had to use in the ads? Chip?
Yes, anal leakage.
Yes,
That's the
phrase.
one.
You don't want anal leakage in your commercial.
No, this guy from the Center of Science over there, he's a zealot, Tom. He's a zealot.
Yes, he is, yeah.
Sounds like a zealot.
You know, so yeah, what are the top potato chip brands, Chick?
Number one's got to be Lay's. They're titans. They're I'm going to go Lay's. I'm going to go. Oh gosh,
You got to get some of the Eatos family in there. Doritos.
There's a lot of regional.
Doritos, none of that counts.
Chips.
Yeah, not tortilla.
What?
yeah. All of that is Frito Lay.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm going to say Ruffles.
That's Frito.
Oh, they have ridges.
They're good.
That's number 4, Josh.
You know my favorite there. I like the kettle cooked, so I like a Crunchers, and I like a.
And Josh, it's interesting you brought up Crunchers. I think Crunchers is one of the best chips out there. It's a regional chip.
Oh, it is.
Runcher. It was originally introduced by Jay's.
Okay.
Which is a chip company out of Chicago. They were bought up. Jay's started a guy named Leonard Japp, Japp, and he had to change his name after Pearl Harbor because there was a lot of anti-Japanese
No doubt,
sentiment. A lot of that was going on back then. You know, Kraft mac and cheese,
Yeah.
originally Mussolini mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah. So they went, hey, that's best to.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Hitler ham didn't have a prayer.
Exactly. And Josh, you know that character on Happy Days, Potsy?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Nazi.
Yeah, I know, man. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
A few places. I remember Altoids had to. They went with Altoids after the failed Ho Chi Mints.
Wait a minute.
And even worse.
Oh God.
No.
Here we go. Yeah,
No,
the Pol Pot.
This is a
The
tightrope.
Pol Pots had to,
I'm
after the
Lay's
whole
number
Cambodia thing.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
Greg. I'm confused. The number one brand of potato chip or the number one flavor?
It's brand.
Okay,
thank
so
you, Chief.
Ruffles isn't in the because Ruffles is
No,
Frito
that's
Lay.
actually that is a brand. It's not a flavor. It's Lay's is number 1.
What about Mike Sells? They make a good chip.
What about Charles? Chips?
Charles chips.
Okay, so these are flavors.
Now Mike sells. These are regional. It's a regional company. It's out of Dayton, Ohio. Now, Christy, Mike sells what is the oldest existing potato chip company?
Really?
1910, Dayton,
Love 'em.
Ohio.
Yep.
They were the second ever and the oldest existing, and that's a good chip. You talk about a kettle chip.
That is a
Mike
good
sells
chip.
kettle chip, a very good chip.
Greg,
but
do you
Yeah.
know if Charles chips were the only chips to be served in a can, or if other companies tried it?
I know they were in a can. I know for a long time they were served like in barrels
Right.
in grocery stores.
Yeah.
You'd like scoop out the
Do you
chips.
prefer it in the can?
You prefer?
Don't listen to him.
No, I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
He's got the gas leak.
Look
on.
Where
at
is
him.
the fabulous Grippo's chip there anywhere? The Grippo's?
Grippo's again a regional chip out of Cincinnati.
Yes,
and
sir.
Chip, I would Chick. I'd say probably. Sorry.
Is there a Wise on that list from my area? Wise?
That's a Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
A lot of chips coming
What's
out of
number 2
Pennsylvania.
on the list?
Pringles. Pringles is the number 2
Oh.
brand. Wavy Lay's number 3. Ruffles number 4. Private Label is number 5.
Okay.
Then you get Lay's Kettle, Cape Cod,
Cape Cod's
Utz.
good.
Now,
Oh, yeah, Utz, yeah.
Yeah,
now, do
Utz.
we know when did someone get the idea of taking potato chips and dipping them?
What?
And like French. Like
yeah, do you know the first
onion
case
dip?
of somebody
The way
dipping?
you phrased
Look at
that
Greg.
question, I thought you were going to enlighten us.
Greg looks so
It's
disappointed.
a fair question.
What?
I bet it probably made
put a
the
lot of
paper
work
when.
into this thing.
Yeah, it made the paper.
Yes, Cornelius Vanderbilt's home last evening. They had potato chips with dip.
French onion
See
dip?
page 6.
You think Winchell at one point talked about how somebody dipped a chip.
We had to start
Flash,
somewhere.
Mr. and Mrs. North America and all the ships at sea. Last night at the Vanderbilt compound, they dipped chips.
Yes, Greg.
Chom, I can't tell you when the first flavored potato chip came out.
When was that?
That was 1954. They were plain until 1954.
May I guess the first
I'll
flavor?
guess.
Oh, go ahead,
Go
Christine.
ahead. You go ahead.
Barbecue.
Barbecue. Yeah.
I would guess onion.
No.
Onion?
Salt and vin?
Tom is closer. It was in the UK. It was in Ireland.
Vinegar.
Ireland. Beer. Booze.
Mackerel.
Gin.
Is it mackerel?
Joe Spud Murphy over at Tato, he invented a process to season chips, and it was cheese and onion was the first.
Really?
And salt and vinegar came out right around the same time.
those are good.
So you guys were kind of right. Cheese and onion. Pringles, we tried a cheese and onion over here in the States, failed miserably.
Were you in
That was
charge?
when I tried to sell that with the old, they teach you those sales techniques. I tried the old assumptive close. Don't ask the guy if he wants it.
Yeah, how
ask
many?
him when he wants it.
Yes.
Bob, these are the new Pringles cheese and onion. Would you like these delivered on Monday or Friday? I don't want that crap on Monday or Friday. I don't like you. I don't like your company. I think I might get rid of the whole product line. You want me to do that on Monday or Friday?
Wow. We're speaking, the Greg in question is Greg Warren. This is the Warren Report. Greg, by the way, this weekend, Delphi, Indiana's Opera House. Am I getting this right? You've got a show Friday and a show Saturday.
Yeah.
That'll be great.
Doubling up.
And people are coming to those, huh?
Well, we'll see.
Greg is an excellent stand-up comedian. You can see him on Amazon. His special is called "Where the Field Corn Grows."
Yeah.
And it's excellent, and it's suitable for folks of all ages. It's a nice.
Greg is wonderful. He
nice,
tries hard.
Now, Greg has been explaining the origin of potato chips to us. And by the way, I did a little homework. It was in 1975 the FDA decided that the Pringles could only be called chips, as you said, if they made the point that they were made out of dried potato
I
ingredients.
think that's what Greg said.
It is.
I know. I was just giving him the date on that.
No, he gave it. He gave it to
He
me.
Gave the date.
Sorry, I was busy looking it up and didn't see that.
Yeah.
So you were busy looking up the information that Greg was telling you about
Yep,
instead
exactly
of listening
right.
to Greg.
Yeah, but they could call them chips in England, but they don't.
No, because chips are fries over
Yeah,
there.
it'd be really confusing. Really confusing.
Don't get him started on what they had to rule on cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah.
Butts.
They have to do with both, don't they?
Greg, now you've been talking about the history of potato chips. What else have we?
Yeah, I wanted to go back to George Crumb back then because I said that was probably just sort of a lie that didn't actually happen. And whatever happened, it probably happened around Saratoga Springs. It could have been Katie Wicks, who was George's sister. She was a cook there. And they say probably it was the old, I just dropped a piece of a potato in the oil and somebody, walked by and ate it and was like, that's pretty good. And it could have been Hiram Thomas, who managed the restaurant, or a cook named Eliza, or a cook named Emmeline Jones. All of these could have been the people that invented potato chips. We may never know.
I'm sure it was the woman. She probably got passed over, and the guy took credit for it.
Could have been, Christy. Again, we may never know. Or as my friend said in his high school term paper, we may never not know. First line of the term paper: why the Zoot Suit Indians left North America, we may never not know. It was a 3-page term paper, and he was looking at a D, one sentence in. The thing that I was wondering, I feel bad for Vanderbilt because he's sort of made out to be a big jerk in this story, and it wasn't him. And now maybe he was a jerk, and they were just like, well, he probably did it. But, I've been labeled as a restaurant complainer by guys like Chick and Christy and Josh, and it's a hatchet job. I mean, if it says blackened chicken with beurre blanc sauce, and I say I don't want any beurre blanc sauce, and they bring it with beurre blanc sauce, and I say take this back, I don't want it, then I'm a bad guy somehow.
I think it's pretty plain how you're a bad guy there. Just eat the sauce and shut up.
Tom, you were talking about Pringles. Do you know what the shape is technically called?
Stackable? I mean, you mean ovular? Do you mean, I don't know.
It is a hyperbolic parabola.
Oh, because
Oh, wow, cool. Three-dimensional.
Or simply saddle-shaped.
Delicious, too.
Yeah, it came out in 1968.
Now, do we know who invented that?
I did. It's a guy. I don't have the name. There was a guy that took a run at it in the mid-'60s and couldn't figure it out. And then a team of scientists at Procter & Gamble figured it out in 1968. And that's when it
Is it
came
for
out.
better mouthfeel or for the stackable aspect?
Oh, no, it's to make duck lips. We all know that.
Oh, you know what? You're right, Christy. I apologize.
Come on.
You know what? You guys are all right.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All of you are right. It is stackable. It's portable. That's why you'll find Pringles all over the world because, you can't ship a bag of Lay's to China.
Yeah, there'll be crumbs, won't they?
Yeah.
They were originally called Pringles Newfangled Potato Chips.
Oh, I like
remember
it.
that.
I like it. Yeah.
Name of the brand, and it failed. I think the first year, and then it did very well. Frito Lay is the obviously the big leader, and they're bullies.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
This is because you worked for Procter & Gamble? Is that what
I
you-
did, man. They pushed us around. They beat us up.
Took your shelf space, did they?
They do, yeah, Tom. They'd go in there with baseball tickets and
Wow.
all kinds
boy.
of. They'd bribe the grocery managers. We were in the like what they call the warehouse snack section. It's like the dork aisle. It's like the land of misfit snacks. It was like us and combos,
Bugles.
goldfish
Oh, I love a
bugles.
bugle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, are you still brand loyal?
man, that's a good question. I am. I buy mostly Procter and Gamble stuff. When it comes to potato chips, I like Pringles. But you guys mentioned a lot of the chips that I like. Crunchers with a K.
Mm-hmm.
I like. Somebody said, I believe, Chick, you said Grippos.
Oh, yeah. Grippos are good.
Out of Cincinnati, best barbecue chips you can get.
They're really good barbecue
yes.
chips. Yep.
I'll tell you, see, we never figured out the barbecue business. We got clobbered in barbecue. Never
Yeah,
could
man.
figure it out.
Well,
Yeah, the Pringles
and
the Pringles barbecue is it's less. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we never could get that one right. I'm ashamed. Pizzalicious, though, baby.
Oh,
we
yeah.
killed it with that.
Yeah,
That thing came out with salt and vinegar, and immediately it's our number 5 flavor.
now, when they would bring out a new chip, would they do it globally, or would they just pick one city and bombard them with the chips and see if it worked? Like a test
I'm trying
market.
We did test market a lot. I mean, I think Columbus was the test market. Columbus, Ohio was the test market or Toledo was the test market for fat-free Pringles. I was a big part of that.
Did it work?
Well, 78 people died. That was the only problem.
Nobody died. No, this is
Well, they were near Lake Erie, so the anal leakage wasn't that much of a problem.
no.
No one really noticed.
Some of that is a myth, but
And some of it was.
Never had a problem.
it was. I don't think we tested flavors. I think we just ran with them globally. I was part of Salt and Vinegar and Pizzalicious came out at the same time.
Here's
And we
something.
thought-
This is a tweet from Eric. In high school, I would take a Pringles can to a track meet because you could fit 2 cans of beer and a couple of chips on top in the Pringle can.
How about that?
You mean in college, right?
Okay, in college, sure. That's right.
We used to do that in junior high.
I did it at daycare. I don't know what you guys did.
We have that story coming up. Greg Warren, once again, Greg's going to be doing some great live stand-up comedy at the Delphi Opera House coming up this Friday and Saturday. Go see Greg. He's great.
Yes.
Good to see you, Greg. Thank you very
Always a
much.
pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Pally.